Hey everybody, how's it going? I apologize if I seem like I don't have enthusiasm in this video. I just recorded the entire thing and I had my wireless receiver off, so I was talking to myself for about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to try and keep this quick. So there is this assertion that's come out, and it comes up very often, which is right to repair is a very easy thing to solve. I don't understand why Biden put out an executive order on this. I don't understand why this is an issue. Just don't buy Apple. Don't buy Apple. Don't buy Tesla. Problem solved. There is no problem if you simply do not buy these two brands. It eliminates all problems. Now, on this channel, I talk about the things that Apple does that make their products less repairable. I talk about the specific things that they do that, in my opinion, are done maliciously. And I can speak as an expert on this area because this is what I do for a living. I've done this for over 10 years. I know exactly which chips on exactly which boards are not available. I know exactly how much this increases the time, the turnaround time to the customer, and also the price to the customer. And I can say how they used to be available and are not now. I'm an expert in this area, so I speak often in the area that I'm an expert because I exclusively repair Apple products at this repair shop. That being said, they're not the only company doing this, not even close. And the reason that I bring this up is because I don't want there to be this scapegoat, because if there is the scapegoat that Apple is the cause of all of it, then people will get the false idea that if Apple changes the way that they deal with things, that there's no problem. And that couldn't be further from the truth, and that's something that's actually laid out right here in this executive order. This is language that's a little bit hidden in there, so I don't know if everybody would have read it, but it says, the Secretary of Defense shall, no later than 180 days after the date of this order, submit a report to the chair of the White House Competition Council on a plan for avoiding contract terms and procurement agreements that make it challenging or impossible for the Department of Defense or service members to repair their own equipment, particularly in the field. So what does this mean? This seems to imply that in the past, there have been issues where it was challenging or impossible for military members to repair equipment in the field, as in when they could get attacked by somebody or be in battle in some way, shape, or form. And this is something that I went over on this channel about 2 years ago. Right to repair is not just about Apple. Even Marines can't repair their equipment anymore. And I discussed this opinion piece in the New York Times that was talking about how people were not able to fix their own equipment in the Marine Corps. It was written by L. Ekman, who was a logistics officer in the United States Marine Corps. Now, when people say, just don't buy Apple, just don't buy Tesla, problem solved, I'm fairly certain that in the military, when they say, bring out the tanks, that they are not talking about a Cybertruck that a 50-year-old man-child that hasn't lifted weights in 20 years can break when he's not even trying to. When they say, bring out the radios, I'm pretty sure that they're not talking about a cell phone that, God forbid, you plug into the wrong charger, dies. Which is what happens with iPhones very often. You plug it into not the snowflake charger, and you kill your TriStar. The military have choices. They have a large budget. So the fact that the military, with their budget, could have gotten blindsided in this way and started to purchase equipment that cannot be repaired in the field demonstrates that this is a problem that is just so far outside of the scope of just don't buy Apple or don't buy Tesla or don't buy John Deere. This is something that has become pervasive throughout American culture, and it's something that needs to be weeded out, and it is at a much deeper level than just one or two companies. I focus on these companies because I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Apple stuff, because that's what I work on. But that doesn't mean that this isn't an issue anywhere else. And just the idea that there could be a service member out there that could become injured or, God forbid, killed as a result of something not working that was mission critical because they weren't able to fix it in time because some jackass decided that something only be fixable at the manufacturer, that's not American. And I want to be clear here, because this showed up in my comments a few times. I'm not trying to be anti-American with this sentiment. One of the things that I love about the United States of America, that I really appreciate about this country, is that for all the problems, for all the flaws, for all the crap, A, we're able to talk about it. We're always willing to hash out our problems. And B, we're always looking to move forward and fix them. And we operate from this basic set of principles that allows us to look at the state of the country and go, okay, this is our set of principles. This is what's going on right now. No. Some stuff needs to change here. And I like that. And one of the basic principles here is freedom. And part of that is freedom to own your property, freedom to not be controlled by someone else all the time. And the idea that our own military has issues with repairing their own stuff, with their budget, with their influence, with the amount of choices that they must have, is absolutely insane. If the military is at a point where even they have issues procuring equipment that they can fix themselves, what chance do you or I have by just saying, just don't buy Apple or Tesla or John Deere. Almost every company in some way, regardless of the industry that they're in, whether we're talking about medical equipment, farming equipment, cell phones, home appliances, laptops, dishwashers, dryers, virtually every company in every industry has unfortunately been infected with this anti-repair, you will own nothing, we control you cancer. And it's something that's important that we realize, because if we just scapegoat John Deere or Apple or Tesla and pretend that it ends with those three companies, then we live under the illusion that if either one of those companies changes their policies, that we're done. And we're not even remotely close to done, because this is not just about one company. This is not even about just one industry. This is a weed that is everywhere. And we need to root out every single one of these weeds as much as we can. It's not just one weed. It's not just one company. Let me know what you think down below. I will leave a link in the description to that New York Times article. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.